Hey there, storytellers, and welcome back to my channel, and thank you for sticking around. I know I've been gone for like 2 weeks. It was an unintentional break, but a needed one. So I appreciate those of you who stuck around, and those of you who are new here, welcome. Thank you for joining us. But without any further ado, I'm going to get back into the swing of things with my March bullet journal. I've said it before, as we edge into spring, I tend to gravitate more towards classics, and just something about them has that cottagecore-y spring vibe, and anything like that I gravitate towards. So, because March kicks off spring in my mind, I needed a classic. I won't lie, part of me could not resist the play on words here, but for March, I had to go with The March Sisters, Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I haven't read this yet, so all I really know is that it follows the March sisters and the course of their lives a little bit, and I know it's really beloved and highly recommended from friends of mine, so I do think it's time for me to get to it. I think March is going to be the month for me. It seemed fitting, the March sisters in March. But yeah, I took inspiration from the quotes and from the Greta Gerwig adaptation that just recently came out in like 2018. That's where I got some of the aesthetic sort of vibes. You'll see. But without any further ado, let's get into this. Alright, so let's kick things off with supplies. I have varying hues of pink and blue markers and a pink highlighter. I'm going to be using these a little bit. Mostly I'm going to use them in the mood tracker, but I might use a couple of them for headings or highlighting. Then we have washi tape. We have this light blue with like this darker blue stitch pattern on it, sweater pattern, I don't know. This white one with blue teacups, kind of very, I don't know, it reminds me of like classic novels. We have this blue vines with pink flowers on a white background, and then we have another blue one. This one reminds me of like fine china. It's white with like that royal blue flowers on it. Love that one. And we have a red foil one and a pink glittery one, and last but not least we have this pink background one, light pink with these bright pink flowers on it with blue leaves. I'm not sure which ones I'll be using specifically, but I wanted a variety. Then I have this spring sticker book from the Happy Planner. This is so cute. It's got all the cottagecore-y spring vibes. I just love it. And then we have some Redbubble stickers. The first one being a royal blue silhouette of a girl's head with red Little Women written across it and red flowers. This one is Lori in that sort of blocked out illustration style of just colors. We have a typewriter that says, "I think I shall write books," a quote by Jo March. And then we have the actual March sisters in that same blocked out illustration style. They're both from the Greta Gerwig movies, like I mentioned. We have another quote. "She is too fond of books and it has turned her brain." And this one is written in cursive. "I want to be great or nothing." This is from the movie specifically, I think, but I loved it. And then we have "The world is hard on ambitious girls" in this kind of, I don't know, calligraphy type font. Kicking things off on the cover page, I'm starting with that blue, royal blue flower washi tape, the one I said that reminded me of China. And on top of it, I'm layering it with that red foil one, to complement that silhouette sticker that I just talked about that says Little Women, and I'm layering those down at the bottom. And my plan was to put the silhouette sort of dead center, but I realized I wanted a quote underneath it, and I went with "The world is hard on ambitious girls," and I actually ended up moving it a little bit lower so that the quote kind of overlaid the washi tapes a little bit and everything kind of looked layered. And then I decided I'd write the goals on top. I wrote the month down wrong, as you can see. I wrote January. I'll go back and fix that later. But then I'm going to use light blue. It wasn't quite the right shade of blue, but I didn't want to go back over it with anything else. And I wrote out goals. I used royal blue to make some dots, and then I'm writing my goals for the month, which is focus on self-care and new routines. Take your journey one step at a time. And remember to honor your time as you would honor another's, because I have been not taking care of myself lately, if I'm being honest. So March is all about getting back into taking care of Mary. And as you can see, there's some weird pockets of blank space. I'll go back and fill in some of it later. So page 2 is the habit tracker page, and for this I'm using that blue vines with pink flowers washi tape that has a white background along the bottom, and I'm layering it with the illustration of the March sisters on the beach with the cursive quote, "I want to be great or nothing." That's kind of the attitude I have towards habits, if I'm being honest. It's an all or nothing kind of vibe. And then I used dark pink to write out the word habits and kind of just draw some lines to separate it from everything. I ended up being a little disappointed with my marker choices, but overall it blends okay and I'm not too upset. Then I used these banner stickers, a green, a light pink, a hot pink, and then a light blue for my 4 different habits. I'm tracking cleaning, writing, saving, and reading, and I didn't print out calendars, so this is me handwriting them out, even though I hate doing that. So, moving on to page 3, I'm using these kind of long banner stickers with white circles to be the mood tracker. Normally, I'd use an illustration, but I forgot to print one out, and I don't know what I would have picked anyway. So, we're lining the bottom of the page with that... Oh, it's not light pink, now that I'm looking at it. It's white background with bright pink flowers and blue leaves. Who knew? Not me. And then I overlaid the silhouette illustration of Lori, and then I'm putting the different banners down. We have a purple, a light blue, a green, and a pink. I kind of tried to mirror the colors that I used for the banners, but also I tried to mirror the colors of the girls in the silhouette next to it. There's green, pink, blue, and purple, so that seemed fitting. And then I'm writing out mood tracker in cursive, and I'm making the boxes for my different moods: happy, inspired, tired but good, average, sad, frustrated and angry, and finally tired and upset, which we never really aim for, but it happens, right? So my different colors, we have kind of a turquoisey blue for happy, a royal blue for inspired, a periwinkle blue for tired but good, a light pink for average, a hot pink for sad, frustrated, and angry, and a red for tired and upset. And this was kind of a play on the colors I had already used, just to keep the theme consistent. And as you could see on my habit tracker, I had done some cleaning and reading the past couple days before doing this. And for the first day of March, I was average, and my second day was, tired but good. And it's not marked on here, but for the 3rd and 4th, I had happy days. Now I'm filling in some of the blank space with some of my spring stickers, or really I'm thinking about going back to it because I have some quotes left and that typewriter one, so I decided to use the "She is too fond of books and it has turned her brain" down, overlapping the washi tape with Lori. And to fill out the mood tracker, I needed something up by the words because it just looked weird because I didn't write them big enough. So I'm using an umbrella and a little pink hat underneath it to kind of mimic that day that they're at the beach vibe that I had from the girls on the other page. Now, coming to the last page of the spread, I am using the blue teacup washi tape along the bottom, and this is going to be my cottagecore to-do list. Basically, it's just going to be cute, springy vibes all the way. So I'm using a sticker of yellow rain boots, and then this quote sticker that says "Spring is in the air," and it's in this pink shiny foil. It's so adorable, and I love all the colors together. And then I'm spelling out cottagecore in stickers, but they're varying hues of blue and green, basically, and some of them have more than one hue. It's hard to explain, but it kind of reminded me of rain. Not that people love rain, but with rain comes pretty flowers, so I felt it was appropriate, and it kind of kept with the blue theme of most of the stuff that I grabbed. And now I'm using some of these other stickers in the spring pack that have different sort of cottagecore-y activities, and I'm gonna lay them out. And this is where I'm using that typewriter sticker that says "I think I shall write books," because I'm hoping to do quite a bit of writing. I want to create a routine. And then we have "Read a book outside," and I put a sticker of stacks of books next to it. Then we have "Bake cupcakes," "Go berry picking," and next to these I'm going to put a cupcake with yellow frosting and a picture of strawberries respectively. I don't have a ton of extra space left without it getting too crowded, so I really wanted to make sure I picked the ones that I wanted to get to first and foremost in the spring, and for that I went with Spring Clean. I didn't have any particular cleaning related stickers, so I put a picture of a rake with an acorn just because people with yards spring clean outside, just not me. And then we have a picnic, and next to this I put a picture of a rolled up picnic blanket. And the last one I'm going to go with is pick flowers, to which I put a picture of a bouquet. And you can see me go back in with that acorn and filling in that last little bit of space with the pick flowers and the bouquet sticker. So I really feel like I'm starting to get the hang of how I like my bullet journal to look best. The stickers I find just help me get it done faster and get it to look like the way I want it to look. I get frustrated drawing everything out, but here you see me going back in, adding some like red roses on the cover page next to the silhouette, and I decided that the mood tracker page was still just a little too naked up top, so I had a little blue bird perch on the word mood just to fill up that other top corner. So as you can see, I'm very much in the cottagecore spring swing of things, and I just really felt like the March sisters would be perfect for March, not just because of the play on words, but because classics are just so my vibe when it comes to spring. So I'm looking forward to reading a few of them, but in particular, I'm going to pick up Little Women, I think. I'll either read a copy or do an audiobook. I haven't decided yet. I'm being really picky about the audiobook. I'd like to listen to it, but I haven't found a narrator that I totally love yet, so I might have to read it to myself. And as those of you out there with eagle eyes might have noticed, I totally wrote January when I was doing the cover page. So I went back in once I noticed with whiteout and just blocked it out, and then I wrote out March in alternating blue and pink stickers rather than going back over with a marker, because I didn't think it would, I thought it would smudge on top of the whiteout. But other than that mistake, I do really enjoy this spread. I think it's adorable, so just cute and springy. It puts me in the best vibes, which is really what it's all about, is getting your vibes right, getting your mind in the right place for a new month and new adventures. But for now, I'm going to get going. If you want to keep up with me and all of my bookish adventures, you can go ahead and click the subscribe button. And of course, I highly recommend that you ring the little bell so that you don't miss a beat, because occasionally I take pauses without meaning to, just to get my head right. So ring the little bell so you get notified whenever I do post a new video. Although now that I am back in a better mental place and feeling good about things, I'm hoping to return to that twice a week schedule that I was working toward. So ring the bell so you get notified when that happens, but I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!